Monster McQueen was a race car, but not just any race car. He was the most unique and vibrant car on the track. His body was painted in a dazzling array of colors that made him stand out from the rest. He was big and orange. He had giant tires that could crush anything in their path. These tires were not just for show. They gave him the power and stability he needed to dominate the racetrack. Monster McQueen loved to go fast. Speed was his middle name. The thrill of the race, the wind rushing past, and the roar of the engine were what he lived for. Every time he hit the track, he felt alive. Today was the big race. Monster McQueen was ready to win. He had been preparing for this moment for weeks, fine-tuning his engine and practicing his turns. The excitement in the air was palpable. Monster McQueen looked around. So many other cars were there. Each one was unique, with its own set of skills and strengths. The competition was fierce, but Monster McQueen was confident. A pink car with wings smiled at him. She had a whimsical design and looked like she could fly off the track at any moment. Her cheerful demeanor was infectious. A blue car with rockets winked. He was sleek and aerodynamic, built for speed. His rocket boosters promised an extra burst of power when needed. This was going to be fun. The atmosphere was electric, and the anticipation was building. Monster McQueen revved his engine ready to take on the challenge. The race was about to begin, and he was determined to give it his all. The racetrack was crazy. It had loopy loops and bumpy hills. There was a giant donut you had to drive through. It smelled like sprinkles. Monster McQueen saw a giant banana peel on the track. He saw a laughing gummy bear statue. This racetrack was wild. Monster McQueen laughed. He was ready to race. The flag went down. The cars all took off. Monster McQueen zoomed ahead. He went over the bumpy hills. He zoomed through the giant donut. The pink car with wings was right behind him. She flapped her wings and flew over a ramp. The blue car with rockets shot ahead. This race was close. Section 4. Slime time. Uh-oh. Monster McQueen drove into a puddle. It looked like just another obstacle on the track, but little did he know this was no ordinary puddle. But wait, it wasn't water? It was green slime. The bright, gooey substance clung to his tires and coated his sleek frame. Monster McQueen had never seen anything like it before. Monster McQueen got stuck. He tried to move, but the slime held him tight. No matter how hard he revved his engine or spun his wheels, he couldn't break free. The green goo was too strong. The other cars saw Monster McQueen. They stopped. They couldn't believe their eyes. What was this strange green substance? They had to help their friend, but they needed to be careful not to get stuck themselves. They helped him get unstuck. One by one, the cars teamed up, using their combined strength and clever tactics to pull Monster McQueen out of the slime. It was a tough job, but they were determined. Monster McQueen was surprised. He had always thought of racing as a solo sport, but today he learned the true value of teamwork. Even in a race, friends help each other. The experience brought them all closer together, and they knew they could count on each other no matter what challenges lay ahead. Section 5. The finish line is in sight. Monster McQueen raced ahead with determination in his eyes and the roar of the engine echoing in his ears. The finish line was close. The crowd was on their feet, cheering and waving flags. The excitement in the air was palpable. The pink car and the blue car were right beside him, their engines roaring in unison, creating a symphony of speed and power. They all crossed the finish line together. It was a tie. The crowd erupted in cheers, confetti filled the air, and the atmosphere was electric with joy and celebration. All three cars had won. They celebrated together, their friendship and sportsmanship shining brightly for all to see. Monster McQueen was so happy. His heart was racing with joy, and his smile was as wide as the track itself. He had so much fun racing with his friends. The victory lap was filled with laughter, high fives, and the promise of many more races to come. The finish line was just the beginning of their incredible journey together. Section 6. Friends make it fun. Monster McQueen learned something important. Winning wasn't everything. Having fun with friends was important too. He couldn't wait for the next race. The end.